No matter which business you are running, it depends on people, processes, and information technology. So keeping your IT services online is essential to drive your business. In case of an IT incident, such as performance issues or outages, you need a quick solution. Even better is to prevent such a situation proactively, because it's costly and can damage your reputation.
Hello, thank you for joining us today for our session on Interoperability Matrix Management. This is one of the disciplines that we with KnowledgeRiver encourage customers highly to understand and implement in the infrastructure. We will give you an introduction with this white paper to the problematic situations that it could cause if you do not understand your interoperability matrix and if you do not manage the different resources that you have in your infrastructure. This document is again available on our LinkedIn group. As usual, terms and condition. If you would like to know anything a little bit more about myself, you can read this page as well during the reading of the PDF. Let's start with the overall problem situation that we generate within our infrastructure and how they are defined. ITIL defines an incident as an unplanned interruption to an IT service or reduction in the quality of the IT service. This is an immediate issue that we have at the moment in the infrastructure. But then there's this other definition that worries me even more. This is a failure of configuration item that has not yet affected service is also an incident. That means something is lurking in the back of our configuration and it will hit us for sure in one point in time, and we do not know about it, and we run into this issue basically blindfolded. The distribution of problems within the infrastructure also is very precise and very concerning. The majority of our problems are related to configuration management. And configuration management, interoperability matrix management, and support package management, they all play together and they all influence the behavior of our IT services. As I mentioned before in one of my white papers and podcasts, we know that support package management, of course, is one of the big items, but interoperability matrix management is, from my perspective, equal to support package management. Both are described in our Octopus methodology, and we provide you the insights and scripts in order to collect all of this information. Of course, interoperability matrix management also raises questions that we will answer with this white paper at the end of the document. It is important to understand this, and that the understanding is within your customer that interoperability matrix management need to be done. We just provide a methodology to do it on an inexpensive and reliable way. The overall process is fairly simple. You have a resource, in this case for instance a storage infrastructure, that you would like to use with many of your different hardware and operating systems, server hardware and operating systems, and you need to have a process that really depends on the storage subsystem to understand what type of data you need to collect. All the vendors have their own methods of collecting this data. Sometimes it's a bit clumsy to collect them. Therefore, we provide a methodology to do this automated and with the least human intervention as possible. in general, we try to go to zero human intervention in these processes. Here are a couple of examples for these metrics pages of the different vendors. The availability of these pages is not limited to what you see here. This is just a very small example of what and who is looking actually for interoperability matrices. So it is important to understand where are you. Do you need to have the interoperability matrix, for instance, of a software product? That's a completely different range of resources that you need to ping for their configuration than if you talk about an AIX server connected to an SVC infrastructure, for instance. So we need to talk about what resources do you have, where are the interoperability matrix configuration that you need to look at. So this is what we need to talk about and what we want to talk about with your customer. The answers to the questions that we just raised are also listed in here for you to provide the message to your customer and allow him to understand what's necessary to do. We can help you at KnowledgeRiver to implement the interoperability matrix management functionality, and we will also be able to analyze the information that you have gathered with our tools and techniques. Thank you for listening in. Hope to see you next time soon.
Did we convince you? Well, then visit our website knowledgeriver.com and discover further helpful services.
Or just send us an email to contact@knowledgeriver.com.